I say if this is your first time here, hi, I'm Manna. I'm a clairaudient tarot card reader, and I like to listen to music when I'm looking at cards. So I don't own the rights to any of these songs, just a random shuffle of something from a playlist. So first song up for tonight is Taylor Swift. Look what you made me do. And I'm laughing because a lot of you guys in your hummingbird energy, that's exactly what happened. You guys coming from a situation with someone, a job, a love interest, family, friends, something, little games they were playing. No, you didn't like them. So you got out of that situation because you know there's better things coming. Lots of joy in the future that don't belong. People don't belong. Yeah, people that don't belong, that keep manipulating and lying, twisting their words up to make situations seem some way that they're really not. But you guys aren't having any of that. I'm just gonna go straight into the cards tonight. I already pulled some. I have some tarot cards, and I also have some brand new past life oracle cards. I haven't pulled any of those in a while. So 111, instantly manifesting. One of those ways is because you guys are starting to get serious about your finances, because somebody made you have to do so. You had to start keeping an eye on your finances because you want financial stability. Some of you guys even having to budget because you got out of a situation in which you maybe were sharing finances with someone else. You wanted your independence. You wanted control over things. So you had to get to a place of being a little stingy with your money and your possessions, hoarding things so you could save to get out of that situation. Maybe to purchase something. 20-year cycle, Pluto and Aquarius, retirement. Some of you guys already thinking that far ahead into the future, the long-term picture of things. You want the wealth. You are moving past all the past stuff and budgeting things to move forward with your life because, yes, death to the situation, the previous situation. The one I was just saying that many of you guys may have had to budget to get out of, or maybe budgeting at this time because you did get out of it. Look what they made you do. They made you leave the situation because you're having a spiritual transformation. Number at the top is 13. That is the female ascendant masters. 2 of them popped up last night, Lilith and Sekhmet. They are having none of it. Hierophant energy, 5 big changes. That was all last night. This is today. This card back again because this was there last night as well. Spiritual transformations and new beginnings heavy. Lots of you guys ready to go into this new year, letting go of the bullshit. You don't want to take any of the negativity from 2024. That was a hell of a year for some of you guys. The cycle for a lot of people from the end of COVID up until the end of last year was a hell of a time for a lot of people. A lot of cycles coming to the end. A lot of you guys waking up, transforming into new versions of yourselves, becoming butterflies after so long of being in the chrysalis as a caterpillar. You're ready to release everything and purge everything that once was because you want liberation. Ready to march right in there on your white horse into something else. Previous situation had you guys feeling vulnerable. Some of you guys still may be feeling that way because you just got out of the situation maybe. You're, like I said, you're over here budgeting because you put the end to a situation. You're feeling really vulnerable at this time, maybe even having some self-doubt, feeling low and having low self-esteem and lack of confidence. Everything's brand new to you. This is tears for fears, shout. That's good advice that they're saying. Shout, let it all out. Just like let all of that past negativity, that energy, everything that you were walking away from, shout and just let it out. Sometimes that's exactly what you need to do. You may be feeling like this at this point, or that may have been how you were feeling before you decided to put an end to the situation, but you are now in different energy because you have your eyes on the prize, man. The dreams, your hopes and your dreams. 7 of Cups energy. You have lots of choices coming in the future. You starting to fantasize a bit about the future, having temptations to move on to better things, having an imagination for life, imagining a better situation. Right now, some of you guys still may be a little confused. Like I said, this is a fresh situation for a lot of you guys, which may be why you're still feeling vulnerable. So there is some confusion at this time as well. Wishfully thinking about how the future may be. But like I said, you have options. You guys can go one or two ways. Some of you guys actually have people outside of yourselves, like situations and relationships previously from your life. You guys separated for a point in time, did your own individual healing and growth, and may come back and have reunions. That could be an option. There's also a lot of new people, new jobs, new situations, friends, circumstances, all of that. So there's going to be a lot of forks in the roads, a lot of crossroads, 555, a lot of big changes happening this year. So that's where your choices and your options and your opportunities are coming from. This is a year for you to pay attention, get out there and experience new things. Look around. It's a brand new year, and in order for you to get brand new things, it's time to live out there authentically, trying new things, meeting new people, doing things that maybe other people told you you shouldn't have done previously in your life. You're living in your authenticity right now, so you don't really care. You've had the time for introspection. You realize that life is about variety. Some of you guys may have unrealistic goals in the eyes of other people, and they may feel like you're a dreamer and living a dream. But that is the energy that we're living in right now, reaching for your dreams, somewhere over the rainbow type energy. New joy. So dream the biggest dream you could think of. You're not restricted at this time. You are liberated. So whatever you want to dream up and whatever you want to do and be, now is the time to put that energy into it. You're also generous, which is why you're able to do so. You have the energy. Your cup is full right now. That's why you're able to move forward. You may be feeling vulnerable, but it's probably because you're vulnerable about your decision making. Are you going to make the same mistakes? Your cup is full. You want to make sure it's full, but you may not necessarily trust your decisions at this point in time because there's so many choices and so many options. A lot of you guys have a lot of fear of cycling. My advice, since you're in this liberation energy, you're super empowered, you have mental clarity. Sit with yourself, meditate, contemplate, have conversations with your spirit team. They're here. From your mystical shaman oracle cards previously, they're here. Your spiritual staff is here. All you got to do is talk. Hummingbird, here, adaptable, resilient. All you got to do is talk. You're liberated at this time. You have clarity. Absolutely. Blade of truth. Things being uncovered at this time. You're breaking ties. A lot of you guys cutting ties with people and situations, walking away from it quickly, moving forward, ending your self-deception and seeing the reality of things, not the preconditioned thought pattern that kept cycling inside of your head. Getting away, emancipated finally, and your generosity energy of the Six of Pentacles starting to give and receive. It's the reflective energy of 2025, the year of the snake. That is very much what's supposed to be happening this year. Very reflective palindrome type community energy. And as I say that, it says community. Gifts, charity, donations, money, and community. Assistance and support. There's employment, as I've mentioned, jobs, heavy, new ways of income coming into your life. That's where the thinking outside of the box and being creative may come from. Getting out and making these connections with people in different ways that you might not have done previously. One of those ways from your heart, through love, compassion, empathy with the right people, because you have the wisdom to be able to quickly catch on to the wrong people. It's okay. Go out there, put your walls down. You are wise enough to call people out on the bullshit, to cut through it immediately at this point. Prosperity, power, and authority. Absolutely, like I was just saying, control, because you have the wisdom. You have control over your life. Congratulations. You did what you needed to. Giving and receiving, just like I said, reflective energy. Gratitude being given and received. You're feeling valued at this time, and in some way, shape, or form, through this extra income or new job, you're finally going to feel like you're being valued and paid well. So, finances looking really good in the future for you guys that have been concerned about it. Now is the time to get out there and see what else is out there. Fly around, look for something that maybe makes you happy. You're in your sun energy right now. You're attracting things to you. Whatever you give your attention to and nurture, that's what's going to grow this year. This is the killer. Smile like you mean it. So, as I mentioned, oh, I forgot there was one more card. It was the bottom card. Passion. Like I said, you guys, this year, 2025, finding passion for life, 1101. Instant manifestations for new beginnings. Absolutely new beginnings. New joy, new beginnings. 1111, instant manifestation on your passions, if that's what you're focused on and that's what you're working towards. So, it says you're making quick decisions because you're ambitious. Generosity again, double dose of generosity, because that was just the card that you literally had. Your passion is making you generous, and you're also finding other people that want to be generous towards you because you guys have that passion. That ties into romance as well. They're exactly sexual adventures. That ties into romance as well. So some of you guys being really generous in that department. Congratulations. Marriage, honeymoon, babies. So there kind of has to be that energy going on. Also, Valentine's Day coming up. People like to get romantic. A lot of dating starts happening at the beginning of the year because everybody's feeling, the brand newness of life, changing themselves, looking for new relationships and everything across the board. So there's a lot of activity happening at this time because there's energy, energetic people. There is energy alive. It's electric in the air right now. Negotiators and debaters, that probably has to do with the new job energy, competition, those who love a challenge. So you guys are ready to get out there this year and meet the challenge. In fact, you guys are looking forward to it. Sounds a little spicy. Okay, so let's move into the past life oracle cards then. So as mentioned, passion is out there, and part of that, some of you guys are going to be in arts. Creativity is supposed to be a really big thing moving forward into 2025 as well. So if you are an artistic person and you are a musician, an actor, you write, paint, sculpt, dance, anything, cook, you're just creative in something that you do. Thinking outside of the box. Now is the time to use that because things are going to start happening fast, moving fast once you start getting into that type of passion, energy, and going after what you want. Putting your energy, focusing your light on your passions. You see how all of them have this yellow hue about it? You're focusing your energy and your light on your passions, illuminating on what is truth to you. The sun helps things grow, so you're giving your power and your energy to your passions at this time in a creative way. That's what's helping it come in and move fast. This also is representative of some of you guys traveling, mentioning jobs. Maybe even marriage, having to move, going on honeymoons, vacations, things like that. It just means movement. But as mentioned, some of you guys making big movement, as in complete relocation. Maybe to get away from the previous energy that you were getting away from. This is Electric Guest, Trouble Man. And I don't know if I mentioned what the last song was, but if you want to know, leave a comment. But yeah, this fast moving energy, you want it because at some point in your journey, you made a vow to yourself. You had to figure out how to balance out the energies within yourself. Your divine feminine, your divine masculine energy. And a lot of that had to do with getting back to your roots. Probably generational trauma and things like that. Healing from that so that you could branch out and become bigger, stronger. Maybe start your own family, your new traditions for yourselves, things of that manner. And doing the hard work, because some of you guys may be in dormancy right now. That's what happens with trees in wintertime. So don't get so hard on yourself. If you're working on yourself and balancing out your foundation and your strength within yourself and your energies, then you have strong roots. So don't worry. Recuperate, rest, come up with a plan so that when spring comes and you're ready to be active again, you're going to come back in the most beautiful way. Right now, work on the wisdom. That means the inner work, the shadow work. Sekhmet, last night, one of the Ascended Masters, the goddesses. She's the daughter of Ra, I do believe, an Egyptian goddess of the sun. She is basically was sent back by her father because humanity was getting out of control. And he's like, okay, I'm going to send her down there to handle this. You guys aren't doing what you need to do. So she's going to come down there and mess things up a little bit, destroy things a little bit, break it down so you guys can rebuild because you've been misbehaving. Basically, that's a lot of what's been happening collectively throughout society, but also within some of the relationships. The family structures of some of you guys. You may be that person that had to break the generational curse, completely dismantle the family system and bring it to light. Also, relationships. You may have been that person that finally had enough and just tore it down. Find the wisdom. Found the wisdom within yourself because you had those big strong roots, because you vowed that you would never ever put yourself into another situation like that ever again. You started being generous to yourself. Some of you guys, throughout your spiritual journey or your awakening that you may be going through at this point in time, a lot of you guys may be into that starseed energy. You're constantly looking up to the sky, trying to figure out what's going on. Some of you guys may also be Christian, looking into that type of faith. There's also, as mentioned, a lot of deities and gods having to do with Roman Greco. And just a big mix in general. If you're like myself, you kind of pick and choose from everything. You are a person that seeks out knowledge, and whatever resonates to you is what speaks to you. So at this time, these are 3 strong things that may at this time resonate with some of you guys out there. If you're looking for answers, these may be 3 locations in which you can find those answers. Also, ships. Now, when I see this, it's also another indication for me that there's going to be things moving, but this time may have to be with abroad, going overseas. Maybe you're a person that has a strong connection with the ocean or the beach or something like that. Also ships as in relationships, getting moving and progressing into the future. So that's what I got for you guys on tarot. That's what I got for you guys on the past life cards. I reviewed Mystical Shaman Oracle cards. You got the Hummingbird review. And I think at this point in time, just to close it out really quick for you guys, let me see what I haven't done in a while. I've got a lot of cards going on over here. I just don't know. Maybe the Starseed one, since the Galactic card popped up. So for some of you guys into Starseed energy, here you go. Starseed Oracle. And for you guys that maybe don't know about it, aren't into it, you probably could pull something that resonates for you as well. So let's see what these have for you guys, and then we'll go ahead and close it out. Shorter one for you tonight. It's the weekend, so I hope you guys have been having a good weekend. We here in Virginia are expecting to get a snowstorm in the next day or so. So as always, people are out there preparing. I got everything I need just in case we get a little bit too much snow. So I'll take it that divine intervention wants me to rest for a change. Whatever you guys are getting into, I hope you're being generous to yourself at this time and finding a way to have some self-care. That wanted to slip, both of them. I'm going to let it go. Let me see what they say real quick. Trust the timing. Trust the wave you came in. Time is not running out. So for any of you guys that feel like, you know, you missed the boat, you're not going to get what you want, trust the timing. Things are happening in the background that you don't know anything about. Just have faith and continue to work on yourself at this time. Breath of the cosmos, my will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. In other words, help them out. Start thinking about something, a plan, get moving, and let them know which direction that you want to go. It's okay to rest, but you can still plan. A blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. As mentioned, a lot of you guys going through an awakening right now. It is time to act. It is time to get busy doing something. The hummingbird energy is fast, quick energy, as is steam engine. Fast, quick energy. The ships need strong gusts of wind to get it to move. So it's time for you to get moving. Your life is a canvas. Artistic, manifestation, creative accountability. And so that goes back to the arts over here. So creativity, heavy. Artists, people that create things. It's your time to shine. Start doing some things. Jogging some notes down. Practicing maybe. Getting your instrument out of the closet if you're a musician. Writing things down if you're a writer. You know, just getting back into it slowly. Maybe you will think of something that will send you in a direction that may actually pay you to do it. You never know. This is a new year. Try new things. So let's see. I don't know if this deck wants to give you guys anything else. Whoa, that is a lot. Okay. Let me see what I'm going to do with all of this. This is a lot. All right. Light body star grid transmission activation. So once again with the activation energy telling you guys to get busy. You got the love. So there's love. As mentioned, relationships coming in. But at the same time, create some boundaries for yourself and do not become codependent. At this point, that goes back to balancing that energy within yourself. So if you've balanced it out within yourself, you're not looking for it within another person. So you don't have to become codependent. You can set some boundaries, and it is very healthy to do so before making those type of serious vows with someone. Make sure that you guys are adding to each other, not taking and, you know, draining each other. A lot of you guys coming from situations like that where you were restricted and bound by someone that wanted to put you in that type of energy. You got the love now. You have the discernment, so make sure you're choosing wisely. This is garbage. Number one, crush. So that kind of crush energy, it's nice, but that's also love bomb energy, which is narcissist, which is creating codependent situations at times to where you definitely need to set boundaries with narcissists. And once you do, you're going to see that crack. You're going to see them crack. That relationship will probably start to crack and fall apart as well because they don't like boundaries. So, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. A lot of you guys hitting the rock bottom right now, as mentioned, starting completely over and starting to liberate yourself. As I'm talking about narcissists, you guys may be coming from a karmic relationship with someone that was a narcissist. Not necessarily love, but yes, love. You may have been in a relationship with a narcissist. You may have had a parent that was a narcissist, friend. There's all different types of them, but something happened, a falling out to where you were feeling restricted by them, but you caught on to the crap cut through it, and you are no longer bound. You cut the ropes off of yourself and flew away in that hummingbird energy. Probably had to go through a tower moment to do so, which is why things got cracked open. You hit rock bottom, but you had to surrender so you could move on with your life. And it says the alchemy of life, so you could move on with your life and realize that you, babe, are magic. You are an alchemist. You get to control what's going to happen with your life. A new earth, it's happening. Keep holding the vision. Exactly, like I just said. You are the alchemist. You get to create what your world is going to look like. It's a new year. What do you want your world to look like? Brand new you, brand new world. Star family, you're part of a team of souls calling support, and that goes back to the community, which is your generosity. You have people that want to be there and be supportive for you, pouring into your cup at this time on this new earth, this new reality that you're walking into. Look at you, that you're walking into. Step into the light. You're the sun. You have people out there ready to help you. Just put that energy out there so that they can reflect it back to you. If they don't, there's your answer. If they're not reciprocal, there's your answer instantly. You know not to waste your time on them anymore, and you can just move forward. Because some of you guys carrying too much weight. It says the weight of the world. Boundaries, once again, let it go. It's not yours to carry. Boundaries, once again. Remember with the you got the love card. It's you. You're the one that gets to control that. Who do you want in your new earth? Who do you want in your star family with you? Who made you have to hit rock bottom so you could finally see the magic that is you? The magic that is you. Do not take them. Create boundaries for that situation and for yourself. Take the weight off of your shoulders and let it go. It's not yours to carry. All paths lead home. Inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. So that's the shadow work. As always, look inside of yourself and do your shadow work this time. That's when you're really going to find what type of magic that you have. Sit with yourself. Dig deep. Make those roots strong for yourself. You made that, Val. Go ahead. Earth School, no kidding, Earth School. Basically reality, the 3D reality that we're all living in. This is Earth School. We're learning life lessons, having soul growth, having to study. In other words, having to have experiences with people and learn the lessons from those experiences. Studying as well, also having to do with these different areas. And figuring out what type of wisdom you can apply from those areas as well. A higher learning, tapping in so that you can have a better relationship with your spiritual staff. You got to figure out what works for you. What type of deities are you going to have a relationship with? What do you believe in? The golden children, inner child, tenderness, innocence, rare gifts. That's you. That's your inner child. That's you that you've been doing the work for. The path that you've been on this entire time that you vowed to do. Working with your inner child, being tender with them. The innocent version of you. You have gifts. A lot of you guys do have gifts beyond just being, maybe a person that can draw and do things like that. You may also have a clair or have some type of ability, a spiritual gift, if you will. And that's why you need to have those connections with your spiritual team to figure out what you may have. Star Keeper, cosmic ancestor, seed the light by staying grounded. So if you're into star seed energy, it's time to tap into an ancestor. As I was just mentioning, you need to learn how to build that relationship so you can learn how to nurture your inner child. You have the support, not just here in the physical plane, but also in the spiritual realm as well. Star Brothers, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. And you have that because, as I was just saying, you have the physical star family here because you're working on that by putting yourself out there, being loving, being compassionate, being supportive to other people, and then seeing what happens. And the people that are doing that for you, being reciprocal, you are focusing on that and building new relationships with people at this time. Will and Orca elders, share your song frequency of sound and diving deep. As I'm just saying, and I'm not seeing these cards ahead of time, but as I'm just saying, you're putting yourself out there. You're being your authentic self, flying your freak flag, if you will, and sharing who you authentically are to the world, and you're letting people decide whatever they want to decide about you. You don't care. You want to be authentically yourself, so you're getting who resonates to you. That's where you are at this point in your life. Forge, don't follow. Pave a new path. Be the leader you wish you had. And that goes back to the child, being tender, the golden children, being tender with yourself, now becoming the adult that you always needed that entire time. You're forging a brand new path. Whatever happened to you in the past, you're healing from it and you're moving a new direction. You're being decisive and you're being the leader. You're being the adult. You're being the protector and the person that you needed all this time. Deep cellular healing, physical and emotional healing. Exactly. Like I just said, you are following your own path and healing yourself and becoming the adult that you always needed. You're stepping up and fulfilling those vows that you always had for yourself. So I hope that you guys got what you needed. Please go out there and follow your dreams. Oh, by the way, that was Jane's Addiction, Irresistible Force. You. Irresistible force. Get out there and follow your dreams. You are the sun. You got this. I love you guys. Until next time, I say.